of knowledge graph and ontology in industry, especially in the energy sector or process industry. So, Jean-Charles Leclerc, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Arco. Ladies and gents, very happy to present the origin, I would say, and an introduction of what we call today SLS and the development and origin of SousLeSens, where it's a story, historical story, I would say, and meeting and development that have been driven by mutual benefits and by cooperation, by better exchange between stakeholders, people across various discipline, site, thematics, domain of activities, and so on. This is the agenda for today with, first of all, an introduction about SousLeSens. So Jean-Charles Leclerc, Innovation and Standard Lead in Data Strategy and Culture Service in Total Energy, working with Claude Fauconnet, and the origin of the story is officially the 4th of January 2021, but Claude will come back on the origin of SousLeSens also in terms of development, and I'm focusing in Total Energy, so we have a transversal, I would say, organization against data, modeling, and information and knowledge called OneTech, that with Data Tech, I would say, entity, we have a data office, and by domain of activity, we orchestrate, manage strategy and governance to better work and exchange information all together. So I'm dealing with standards, and we are very pleased to have this webinar opportunity focused on standard and more especially on semantic web with ISSC Information Standards Subcommittee activity, CFOS, AFNOR, with new interoperability working group for industrial infrastructure, and working with PCA and other numerous stakeholders, industrial as academics, such Ontocommons, and in the follow-up, KGA. So the pain point remains the same, the information landscape and the capabilities of the end users to recover on their information portfolio. While in Total Energy, because it's the origin of SousLeSens, we celebrate this year 100 years of pioneer spirit, I would say, and 100 years of legacy to be managed and to be exchanged with third part, with the same, I would say, way of working in trust, and to manage some trustability internally and externally regarding the follow-up of our information and our ability to keep the semantics and the context of its genesis, whatever the perspective, the domain or the activities, all along the life cycle of the information assets. To do so, we believe that we can manage through W3C standards recommendation and purely focus on the standardization approach, such, I would say, horizontal and vertical lineage and management of information across different and various information system data structure, and to keep the capabilities for the end users to interact with this model in a day-to-day basis, so it can manage, understand, follow up, capture, and develop, share information, not only with his machine, but to be able to, in the next future, and this will be detailed by Claude as a welcome to contribute to this working group. And we are not here to promote anything in terms of product where people can already take advantage, because the number of users of SousLeSens is growing quite fast, but to contribute in this development and to take advantage of the value of their collaborative contribution and development. Following industrial context, I would say, with lineage KG Creator and KG Query that are three, I would say, tool of the SousLeSens suites that will be detailed by Claude in the follow-up. We have several use cases regarding NLP, data architecture, orchestration, and management, where there is a need to keep a strong semantics along the information lifecycle, including the variation of the requirement, in fact, over time, that are evolving with lifecycle phase and stage, with different quality required over time. And the management of time will be presented also by Claude in the next section. Why today? Because of maturity, because it's difficult to give also protégé to non-users, and ourselves had difficulties as newbie when we started. I discovered all in 2019, like I would say frog discovery, a matchbox, and today, and this was confirmed last week by Gartner, and a lot of documentation regarding the value in the new RAG, I would say, wave behind GPT, LLM, and so on, Llama 3 and Claude 3, and tonight we are going to present with Claude Fauconnet and not Claude 3. Benchmark, I would say, we developed regarding the status of the art in the follow-up of the different studies that has been conducted at the perimeter of Antocommons, priority of KGA, and to benchmark, in fact, some products and capabilities, while we promote today and we offer to co-construct and develop, in fact, based on this prototype, real, serious, and professional data product, thanks to this new working group development. Mr. Fauconnet, I think we are still on time.
Okay, so I have a couple of, one question about the slide. I just want to mention that we will try to publish the slide, but I need to get the consent of the speakers. And also now I will start the recording for recording the tutorial. It will be useful for the working group. So,
recording in progress.
Starting the recording now. And thank you, Joshua. And now Claude Fauconnet will start the tutorial. He's he's the architect, and you can say the principal and developer of SousLeSens. And so the floor is yours, Claude. Yeah. By the way, I came to know that there are other people also who helped in making the tutorial possible. So I will request Claude to also mention them and give a thank if you want. Thank you. Claude, it's not the right screen.
He looks muted, Claude.
Yes, also you are muted.
Okay. 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 You see my screen here. Is that okay?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, it works.
Okay. So I work a long time in Total Energies, as a geologist for 20 years, and after as a IT project manager, and for the last years, 10 last years, in innovation teams, where I had to manage and to deal with new technologies for data management. So this led me to be interested into search, knowledge graph, big data, graphs, and so on, and semantic web. So since 5 years now, I retired from Total and continue to develop, because I am a developer also. And when we met with Jean-Charles, we merged our preoccupation to create these tools that you will see now. And I will just begin to say to you what is SousLeSens now. In fact, the purpose of SousLeSens was to give the business access to its data through its own knowledge. What is important is that people can query the data using their words and their knowledge. And this is difficult to do today because the data are in systems that are specially done for this kind of data, and it's not related very easily to the knowledge. Everybody knows that. But it is our preoccupation to manage this thing, and ontologies and semantic web are the good way to do it. And we wanted to give access to people, to business people, to the data and to complex data. So to do that, we wanted to have a tool that allows people to define their vocabulary through ontologies that they can manage themselves. Jean-Charles spoke about protégé, which is not suitable for industry people directly. Anyway, we have to be careful because everybody is not able to make a correct ontology. If we want to be OLDL compliant, we have to be aware of many things that we have to take care. After that, we wanted to allow the creation of semantic knowledge graphs into a triple store. We experimented some other technologies than the triple store and for graphs, but as we are making semantic graphs, we think that they have to be stored in triple store and with this technology, the semantic web technologies. And what is important is the way that if you have semantic knowledge graph, you need a simple way to query them. They in fact, once they are done, they aggregate a lot of heterogeneous data. But if you don't have a simple way to query this data, they are not very useful. So we developed through 3 years now SousLeSens, but we had many experience before. And we created as an open source tool with the MIT license to give people access to this technology, in fact. What we believe behind the design of SousLeSens, we have to link data to knowledge. I said it. Visualization is very important, and this is also, I think, the most specific feature of SousLeSens is to represent the graphs visually, which is very specific to this tool by now. Some other tools do it, but we push the experience very far in this direction. And for us, it's mandatory if you really want to explore and understand complex data to visualize. The standard semantic using the use of a standard semantic is very important. So we are based on OL and RDF and all the semantic web stack. And we are increasing this usage with reasoners and some other standards that are on the top of this stack. And the graphs, of course, can manage complexity better than tables. So we are convinced of this. So this is also the convictions that are behind what we did in SousLeSens. The current state of SousLeSens, I would say it's an advanced prototype. We use it operationally in several projects. And the goal of what we are doing here today is to try to engage people and forces to make it really a product, not only an advanced prototype. But so why we do this? It is because we have the concept of SousLeSens received a lot of success. We didn't intend it when we began, but it was noticed by ENIT in 2022. They are the first promoter of SousLeSens. Then we showed it into Ontocommon community in 2023. It was we are also co-founder of KGA and adopted by KGA like ArcoSave. We just published this month in Springer a paper with Arco, Jean-Charles, Eddie Carré and me, a paper that is now available on Springer, and we go next week to the conference to present it. And we have several industrial use cases with people working on it that you can see there. We also have this kind of tool. You will see it in the architecture, has to be a web application, so it needs to be online. And we have several instances by now in a total energy private environment for total usage, because they have confidential data. And we have also a KJ instance. We will speak about it, and it is also one of the main preoccupation of this working group is to have a sustainable KJ instance of this product that implies continuity of service, right management, administration. So we will have to set up an organization and a founding to have this community, to have this sustainability for the product as it will functionally evolve. SLS is available on GitHub, and it is easy to install, and some people do it. We have students in Brazil that are completely autonomous to install it with Docker packaging. So the team by now is not so small. In fact, at the beginning we were alone, and Total, Jean-Charles and Total Energy founded some resources from Logilab and Acodis, and still does, to have people working with us. So we are, Jean-Charles and me we are the founder, and I am the main developer. I put Jean-Charles as a developer, but he's not a developer. It's an error. Logilab, I would mention Xavier, which helped us very much. Aurélien and Nicolas, which is here. They assume all the back office. They develop professionally the back office of the back end of SousLeSens, but they also maintain the total instance and do the packaging, which is quite an important task. And they also check all the question about safety of the security problem and safety problem of the application. We have also Karim Ougouni from Acodis that is working with Jean-Charles and me every day. He's appointed by Total. And also we had a very good web designer, a young web designer, Violaine Claron, which helps us to make the skin of and the theme of the user interface. In KGA, we have, of course, Arco and Arco Paul Sarkar and Eddie Carré. And in Enit, we have also the participation of two young engineers from Enit, which are Nasreddin and Amin Kawi. They developed a library to connect SousLeSens, which is in JavaScript technology, to the Java stack, all API and Jena, where we can take advantage of this platform, which is a reference platform for semantic web, inside SousLeSens. So we have they developed this project and they still continue. We will see it later. So SousLeSens has some strengths and some weaknesses also. As you can see, there are many strengths, but there are very important also weaknesses. It's collaborative, it's open source, it is visual, it is as a difference from Protégé, it stores the data into triple store. We can put that export and import data in files, but we have triple store, which both for ontologies and for knowledge graphs, of course. And this is important for the queries and to have a good integration between the ontology and the knowledge graph. We have a very sophisticated query system. We have also a search engine that allows to search for labels. There are very important labels, and as we are many sources into the platform, the search engine is very useful. We are linked to, we will see it in the architecture, with other platforms. Okay, and we received an enthusiastic welcome to this project. So it encouraged us to continue. For the weakness, in fact, the community is growing, but it is small, and I hope at the end of this session it will be much bigger. It is a young project anyway. We have a small team, and we have a very weak documentation, and we have to increase the documentation. So just 2 slides for you to see. I know it doesn't interest everybody in the participants, but 2 slides to show the architecture of SousLeSens. And because it is important, because this allows the evolutivity and the stability of the product. So it's a web application. We use open source technologies. So we have a web client, which is written in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we have a very nice components that we found, free components And VGS is a very nice component to draw graphs, in fact. We have the Node.js server with APIs that take the queries with security also checking here. And then we have integrated in the platform, we have a SparkQL server, Elasticsearch server. We can also have not necessarily package in the application, but relational databases to make the mappings. It's important to have this or to connect to external databases. But we can also query and integrate external SparkQL servers that are online. And on the side here, you can see that we have a system of plugins that we are developing to valorize what is inside the core application. These plugins, we will come back to them. They can be both common plugins that are not in the core but useful for specific tasks. But we can imagine also that we have private plugins for specific use for specific client or for specific type of data. And this is a part that will be important for maybe the commercial aspect. This term. Yes.
Yes, for industry mainly. Yeah. Not only. Yeah.
Okay. We have also what I said before. This role server that allows us to connect to the Java libraries to make things like generate triples from Manchester syntax, to have the reasoners, to make the rules, and so on. So we have this all this that is ongoing. We still have some bricks on this, but we will increase the use of this component. And we have a Python API that for many uses, it helps us to, for instance, by now to export and import the data at the tuples in different formats. And also you can connect directly a Python environment to SousLeSens thanks to this API. Okay, that's a thing. And this one, just to show that we have the stack, the layers of the architecture, where you can see that we have for deployment Docker with packaging everything. We have a back office where we manage credentials. This is the work of Logilab here. External, not this, but external libraries here. And several configuration logs and things. It's a real platform now. And then you have the business layers with interesting features like we develop bots, because when you want to make tasks, there are to facilitate, you have to be guided into this task. For instance, when you want to build queries, you need to be guided. When you want to make mappings, you need to be guided because each action depends on the previous actions. And we began to develop these bots, which are very comfortable to do things correctly, because they embed the constraints of the actions that we want to perform with the tool. We worked a lot on the SparkQL generator. So you see when we click somewhere in the interface, in fact, most of the time it generates SparkQL queries to get the data. We have search queries and SQL queries also sometimes. And the user interface, it has of course HTML pages, plugin pages. We have the graph visualization, we have widgets, and so on. Okay. So we have the main features that are here in blue, the main tools, and this slide wants to show what are the tools used for. So we have the stack here of all the data that we'll manage, starting from the model and the knowledge into the upper ontology, domain ontology, application ontology. At the bottom, you have the data source. And in the middle, what we want to generate is very often a semantic knowledge graph that is based on this ontology. So to do this, we need to be able to manage ontologies. We have a tool that is called, I will show you, that is OntoCreator, that allows you to create an ontology. You have a tool which is Lineage, whose main function is to explore ontology and to understand what is inside and to explore them. It can also explore knowledge graph, but it is specific done for ontology. And we have this tool that is SousLeSens, which is, for people that know it, equivalent functionally to OnTop, but it is, for several reasons we will speak about it, we have this tool, an historical reason also, that helps to do the mappings between the data and the model, and that allows, when this mapping is done, to generate the knowledge graph. And we have also a new tool which is query, which allows you to query the graph, building automatically queries into the knowledge graph. Doing so, we think that we cover all the perimeter from ontology creation to knowledge graph usage. So it's quite ambitious, I know, but we think it is important to have a continuity between all these features. So I will now go to, we will have demo then, but we will, for comfort, we have made little videos with Karim and Jean-Charles to show these different tools. So I will show them. As we cannot show data from Total because they are confidential, we made a very simple example with HR data, human resource data, that you can see the model here. And we show how we will use the data to generate knowledge graph and to use the data to use the knowledge graph to query it. Okay, so I will launch this little video. They are very short, and they will explain what the tools do, and then we will complete this video with a live demo of these tools. So I will begin this. So, okay, I have to launch. So here you select a source. Sources, in fact, it can be an ontology or knowledge graph. Here we see visual representation of the action through the taxonomy of the classes. And here we show how we can export what you see on the whiteboard, which is the main part of this. I will stop a second here. Let me see. Here, this is what we call the whiteboard. It can put many things from many ontologies to visualize what is the content, in fact. We will come back there. Then you will see how here this panel is done to find classes and to have the content of the classes. So we can represent them. I think it is very fast. I will put it maybe slower because it is too fast here. Let me see. Do it okay. So here you have the visualization of the content of a class. And all this. Here you have, for instance, here this tab is done to show the object properties linked to an ontology like this. And we have also in this we can visualize a very important information here, which is the range and domains of the properties that we can visualize. This is a good example. Let me see, come back here. This is a very good example of the power of visualization, because it's more easier to understand the constraints that are on the properties in a graph representation like this than to read it into linear text tract. Okay, we will come back to and then you can okay, you have we have ontologies that import other ontology, and we have when we represent one or another ontology, you can. Do you see my screen? I guess yes. You see it? Okay. You can group the data by source, in fact, and visualize and differentiate between the different sources. This is a sample of the features in lineage. And let me. Okay, I will come back to the presentation here and take the second video, which is create a new ontology. And let me put it in. So what we say here, they can be created only by users that are allowed to do it, because if we cannot on the platform admit ontologies for many users, and each user has a quota of ontology he can create. And then the new sources, the new ontology, we call them sources in SousLeSens. They can be shared with people regarding the groups where we affect this ontology, and the groups they correspond to profile, to users, and so on. So they can be read, write, but when people create an ontology for himself, which is private, it will be only visible by him, and it will be writable. Okay. Seems that's slow. Maybe no. Okay. So we will. So you need to give a name, which will be the name of the ontology into SousLeSens. You will give it a graph URI, which is that you will have, and we will have also. You will also choose imports for this one or more imports for this ontology. Here we will use IDEO, which is so for this. Okay, and you can create the source. You could also, here, if you want, you could add existing triples in it. And yes, this is a little fast. I'm sorry. When we are here, you can have access to your ontology at this level, and then you can here you have the buttons at the top here to create resources in this ontology. It is an empty one, just with the imports, but you can add resources or then relation between the resources. When you speak resources, they are of different. They can be classes, individuals, and so on. So we will create a class with a label employee. It will be a subclass of an existing. It's very fast. I don't know why it is so fast. I could check the. Okay. You give it a superclass like capabilities, and you can draw it. So we have created two classes like this, and they have a minimum of actions, which is only the subclass, and of data type properties, which are the labels, in fact. But here, what you can see here, it's so fast. There's something. I don't understand why it is so fast. This is important.
Yes.
It is not normal that it is so fast. Let me see. I will show you this if I can. Yes, it's here. So we will. You have, when you have classes, you can link them. So you will make predicates between that links these two classes, for instance. And to do that, we have a system in SousLeSens. You will see it in the video. You can drag from one to the other, and then it opens this dialog where you have the properties that you can use. Here you see that this class, it is subclass of all these classes in IDEO. This one is subclass of all the classes in IDEO also. And as you saw in the random domains, these super classes at any level, they have constraints on the random domain for some properties. And so here you see only you filter only the properties that are suitable for these classes according to their super classes. Okay, and this is the reasoner. Usually, this is done by a reasoner once you have created your subclass actions. But here we do it before, and this is important for industrial people because they don't know very well the ontologies, and they are quite complex, and the constraints there are a large number of constraints, and this feature is very helpful to have a correct ontology.
Yes, and this encourage coherent practice of modeling in such a big organization also.
Yes, and you can also, you will use the properties that are suitable for the classes, but you will be, it's not in this video, but I will show it later. You also have the possibility to make sub-properties of these suitable properties, ensuring that the sub-properties, they will be also consistent with the constraint of the ontology, of the reference ontology. And in this way, we help, as Jean-Charles said, to have a correct vocabulary. Okay. And this is all for this one. Okay. There is still two.
No, let's finish because I think. Okay. No, whatever. No, okay. I think there were just node info additionally showing that the result can.
Yes. Okay. It doesn't. Okay. So now this little video shows how to do the mapping. So and create the triples. So the KG creator, which is this tool, it will then generate the triples. So the way we do it, it's sometimes often it appears to be very complex to create the mappings. So we try to have helpers to help the user to create this mapping. So we will take what is the speed here? Is it correct? Let me see. So which we will. Here, what we do, we have a list of tabular sources. Let me see. We have a list of tabular sources that can be databases, all declared before, or sales resource by now. In the future, we might be other formats like JSON or something else here. we experimented this, but it's not online by now. And you can upload files, for instance, to do the mappings and to generate the triples. But if it is a data source, you directly have access to the data source model. So we upload a file, which is a file I showed you before, and then we see the sample, this file here. You can see the sample, and we have the columns of the file, and we will have a bot that allows you to as you see, to choose to make mappings relating, for instance, in this case, you see, this is the format of the mapping in SousLeSens. It's not R2ML by now. It could be, but it is not by now. But in here, you can see that we type the colon employee, a name individual that is of type this class that we choose in the ontology. Okay. And here again, we will respect the constraints of the superclass of the classes where the individual will belong to. So here you have a different reference vocabulary where you can add labels and so on. And one feature here is that you can have a visual representation of your mappings, which is very useful. And you have also this feature that is showing now, which is the visualization, the pre-visualization of the feature of the triples you will generate. Here it's an example. In this view, so you do it for each column, but we have also the capability of making virtual columns, because very often in the files, CSV files, you need to map several columns together, which represent a class. In fact, an instance of a class is represented by several columns in a file. It happens very often. And in that case, we have to create virtual columns, and these virtual columns, we can map them as ontology. Here, for instance, you have the model of that we have done. We worked with Arco on the semantic of the ontology behind this model. And for instance, if here you have we see the persons, the competency level, the competencies, and here you see that you have this it's not virtual columns. In fact, they are yes, they are virtual columns. In fact, they are related to dates where these competencies were acquired or lost by these people. Okay, and this gives the mappings. When you have a large set of data to map, this list of mappings can be very long, because for each column you do 3 or 4 mappings in reality to really describe correctly the graph. Okay, and here is the example of the triples that are generated. You can, for instance, here what you see, this is for Adam, which is a person here. Here are all the triples that will be generated. Okay, it is okay. I guess it's almost finished. And then here you have a button to generate the triples into the triple store. This is the end of this little video. And then let me finish this one. We will come back to the last one that shows the way we use the knowledge graph generated. So we go in cache query, which is this tool. We will select this the generated, voila. And so we are here. What you see here, it is not the model of the ontology. It is the deduced model from the triples. So when we made the the triples, they are related. Each individual is related to a class, and this class and also has properties in other instance of another class. And here we represent the abstraction, in fact, of the triples, of the semantic knowledge graph. And here in this tool, we can query, build automatically queries to query the graph. So we'll query on this. Okay. Here we have a system of shortcut paths that allows to go from one end of the graph to another point, like a metro plan where you can go from one station to another and have the pass between them. What you saw, because it was still fast, here we have done. Let me see. We have done the query. What is it? Let me see. Okay, it's here. Here you can see the result of the query. Here, just going from a competency to a person, with all the data type properties that are in each of this for each of these. Here you can also. Sorry, I will do it slower. When you click on a node, you can have the node info of this node, but we will do more. We can put filters on them. For instance, here we will have we will do all this query, and we'll put a filter on a person, for instance. Okay, and this will add a filter on the query, and we will here we have all the results of this. And we experiment this with large volume of data, quite large volume of data, and it works correctly. Okay, and complex graph also. So the query generator is very important, and we can still improve this. In this screen, which is very useful for people, we have aggregate functions, group functions, in fact, in SparkLab, that allows you to have statistics, simple statistics, on the graph. Okay. So I will, in that case, we are doing group by person. We will have the number of competencies for each person. Okay. Yes, and we see that we have the result. It is almost as fast in the knowledge graph. So with this example, we want to show you that we need to operationally to query the knowledge graph, and this is a good way to do it. And we did it also with quite large. We do it every day with quite large knowledge graph. I will show you one after that. Here in this example, let me see. Here, what we are doing here, we have a system here to push the results to some plugins. You can go in another tool. We push the result in another tool, but we can go also to a tool that is a kind of GIS, or we can go for location data. But for time data, we can go. We make this plugin very useful to represent the time data. Here, yes, you can identify the different type of dates you have, what you want to represent here, competency title, for instance, and we will have, and we will competency, and we group by person, okay? and we will have this, and in this example, we can see that some people have have several competencies through time. Okay, this is a very recent plugin, and the example is interesting. And in the real data, we have to manage the time dimension is quite important. So it's important to manage all the dates correctly. So it is not always easy to manage the dates, but we do it. And here you have all the info, and you can see also the info on each node if you click on it. Okay, this is the demo. The demo of the in the video. Let me go from here, and I come back to the presentation. Okay, I have to check time. We still have some time. I would like to show you some feature live in SousLeSens, if you don't mind. I will be short because then we still have a few points, and we would like to take time for feedback also and questions. So I will connect briefly to an instance of SousLeSens, the KJ instance. Let me see. It's where is it? Okay, it's here. I have to share my screen again. This one. You see it, okay. So here I will go into BFO, for instance. No, I will go into IOF, which is an ontology for industry developed by people around Ontocommon and OAGI and so on. And I will go in lineage. I will show you some feature. As you see, let me see. I have to reset the source. IOF. I have two versions of it. Okay. So you go here and you see that this ontology, it imports BFO and annotation vocabulary. Here I can see the classes, or what we call top classes. In fact, it is something that you can parameter to have the top of a breakdown. We didn't do it here, but what we can do is to show the parent of these classes here, and have the information. Okay, and see classes that are from BFO and classes distinguish the one that are from IOF. As I am IOF here, I will show you something about the axioms. Here in this tab, this is a tab linked to the search engine, so I can find many things in here, in large ontologies. But if I search, for instance, for some nodes, I will have the breakdown of the nodes linked to the process, to everything that is a process. Okay, in this ontology. This is an active source. If I change of source, I will not find the node. But if I find here, I will have nothing to search. I will have if I say search, for instance, I don't know what process. Okay, I will have the process here. If I come back on this ontology, I will look for the buying process. It's a good example. This is all the classes for this kind of process, and I will show you I can graph this node. It is here, but I can also see its info. And here, what is interesting here is that we have a lot of information. We have also the breakdown of classes it belongs to. You can also do things like this, which is interesting. And here I want to say to you that we will very soon have the capabilities of seeing all the actions related to this node when they are expressed. They will be expressed into Manchester syntax. About the axioms, they will be. It's a work in progress. They will be here, and we will represent here. This is not a correct representation. Just to give you an idea, because we are working on it, you will be able to edit, to visualize each axiom, which is something that KGA asked to us. And with this feature, we will be, as Arco said, and he can confirm it, we will be all DL compliant once we have these capabilities. And we are also developing an axiom editor, like in Protégé, in Manchester syntax. It's not available yet, but it will be very soon. Okay. In this, as I have capabilities to edit this ontology because I have the rights on it, I can add any predicate. I can add predicates. I choose which type of a predicate I want, in which vocabulary I have. Okay. And then I will say that I will add a predicate, which will have as subject this node. And then, for instance, if I want to go into these terms, and I guess it is empty here, I can have, we still have little bugs in this, a label that I will define here and so on. And if I do it, it will be added to this triple. It's a predicate editor, in fact. And also you can modify or clear any existing predicate. You can delete the nodes and so on if you are authorized. This is for this. What else I wanted to show here? I will come back again to the different visualization of the properties. We're also managing, I will not show it, containers also. Here you have an export, you can export CSV, of course, you can filter, you can do many things. And you can also export SVG to have this. Okay, what is interesting here, if I will clear the whiteboard, I will take VFO. Okay, and now I will just add another ontology, which is not imported here, and I will take IDEO. Okay, this one. And I will select IDEO, and I will see the top classes of IDEO. They are here, and I will expand it. Now I will take BFO, and I will take the classes also, and I will expand it. And now I have capabilities like this to see which nodes are similar. Okay, and I will do this, and it gives me the nodes that are similar. Okay, and then I can, for instance, group them and so on. So you see that the advanced visualization and manipulation, graphic manipulation, has value to understand and compare things. Time is going on, so I will stop here for this. I just wanted to show you the cache creator, you saw it. I want just to show you something in the cache query with a real example, and we finish with this. In a graph that we didn't make. It is a graph from the Norwegian public domain data, petroleum data. Let me go into it. Which it is NPD data. They have done an ontology of a knowledge graph with in 2010. It was quite old with this data. They made this knowledge graph, and I imported, and I will show you doing nothing the way I can query this graph. This graph is not very accurate the ontology is not so accurate, but we can query it in a very nice way. I would like to move this to be able to show the graph. Excuse me, I have a little problem here. Okay, I will do it. Come back to the, okay. Voilà. I am sorry, I have this window that miss me. Let me go. I will open another window. It doesn't matter. I will go to SousLeSens. I will go there. And I will take the cache query and go into NPD data. Okay. And here I have all the classes, in fact, but they used to be tables that are in this database. I will show you, for instance, for a company, all the fields that this company has. Okay. For instance, it should come. Okay. And it is a simple example, but you could make much more larger examples. And if I do this, I can see, for instance, have an aggregation of by company have the list of the fields. No, company name, list, field name. Okay. And so if I do this, and this is a quite large database, but you see it works, and you see that. And we think that for business, this is the kind, as a business user, this is the kind of need that I have. And if you have, you can do this in a relational database, but when you want to do this in an agile way with several data sources, it is complicated. And we believe that the graph is able to manage this. Okay, this is the end of the demo. Just to finish, I want to, before we can collect your feedback and answer to your questions. I would like to finish the slideware with a few slides. We are here. Okay. So this is what exists. What we want to do, let me rotate like this. Up. You see? Okay. We have a working group inside KGA to improve the tool, to enrich it, to make it stronger, better, and so on. So we have different objectives. We want to adapt it to KGA methodology. So KGA is not only SousLeSens, it has a lot of things to promote a good methodology to make knowledge graph. So we want to be aligned to this methodology. So we work with Arco and other people on this. We want to offer tools, of course, to make knowledge graph and use them for ontology development, for knowledge graph. We want to be open, robust, high quality platform. By now we are only a prototype, and to be able to provide a service, an online service. We want to be credible alternative to Protégé, which is as we said, which is quite ambitious, but we need to do that. We have to take care of a community and to have a community that is active and consistent and large as possible, and provide access to have a model that is sustainable. So in the working group themes, we think that we have to have something about the roadmap of the product for the features, the new features, the API, the interoperability with KJ Toolbox, and so on. We'd like to have to strengthen the code and the community people working on the code, on the architecture, on the testing process, and so on. The documentation is a very important part, and we would like to have people working on the documentation. We also have to think about the sustainability and the different offers, level of service that we will offer, free or premium or paid or free. We have to speak about that with hosting, administration, credential system, and so on. The commercial strategy and training and session. This is all the maybe not all, but some of the topics we have thought to. So we will propose next time in next session some organization for this, but we don't have time to do it, and it was not the purpose today. And at the end, let me see. I have a problem with the slide. This one. Yes. I have a problem to show a slide. Yes, if you want to participate to the working group, and I hope you will want to. This slide doesn't want to show. Do you see? Yes, you will show. You can send me a mail at this address and please say if you want to participate, more or less. It depends on the level of involvement you want to have in this working group. If you want to be advised for functional aspects, you want to contribute to the development, you want to do documentation, think about the sustainability or other topics. And I will send you an invitation to the next session that will be during June. So, okay. That's all I wanted to say. So now we are open to questions and anything and remarks. Afko, you want to okay, Arco is not. So, are there any question? Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, Claude.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I'm curious about Protege now. I guess I'm not aware of it. So now I have to go look.
Excuse me, I didn't get the
Your second you're hi from Canada. I'm an old colleague of Jean-Charles Leclerc, big fan,
yes.
and local knowledge graph practitioner here in Calgary. Interesting demo. I'd like to see a lot more live demo. I understand making videos, but pro tip, you gotta have a good demo dolly for this kind of stuff. Protege, yes. I just saw the reference on the slide to be a superior alternative, to be better than Protege, but I don't know what Protege is. Are you talking about the software from the university for knowledge graph building? The ontology editor?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in fact, it had the visualization capabilities, and so with relationships and the nodes and capabilities to edit, to realize, to group, and to visualize your way to manage the the categorization, the mapping, and so on. You keep the on, and you have a very good flexibility with last video that illustrate the way we work from an user perspective with kgQuery. There's no need of strong knowledge to access the query crossing several information system sources, while you can manage through the KG creator, and that's another topic that can be discussed within the working group, are able to manage the freshness frequency of the source and the evolution also of the structure of the model through a semantic flexible ETL, I would say. And so it offers some flexibilities and capabilities, definitely.
Cool.
Essentially, while the table source structures are homogeneous.
Okay, thank you.
That's good. Yeah. And to be honest, Protégé is not a very user-friendly tool.
And as far as I know, Protégé doesn't address the knowledge graph. It addresses, I'm not an expert of Protégé. I don't know it very well, but I don't feel that is able to really process large knowledge graphs. It is not done for that. It is a tool to semantize knowledge, not to have. And in fact, in our view, it is important to have all the stack from the ontology and to the knowledge graph, and the semantic knowledge graph has to be aligned. And we discuss a lot with people from academic people to try to make ontology world, which is quite complex and specialized and philosophically complex, accessible to industry people, and also to have industry people making knowledge graph correctly semantize two ontologies. And this is a challenge, the main challenge we have. These tools tries to answer to that. I don't say it does it the best it could be, but it is the goal that we have, in fact, to join the two ends of the process.
Right on.
Okay.
Thank you. I will be following your progress with interest.
Okay, but you can participate also if you want.
In my spare time, yes, I could help out.
Yes. But we are looking also for feedback from people that have this problem, and to have ideas and to have critical view on what we are doing. Not only working, just speak also critically.
Well, okay, yes. I will, like I said, I'll be following the work and I will be providing feedback. That's my commitment.
Sounds smart. Any other question? Crystal clear?
Okay, so we will let you go on weekend if we have 15.
Arco, maybe.
Yes. Okay. So
Can close
should we
webinar?
end or anything? Any other question are not there, but yeah, of course, like the same page where you registered, we will update the recording, but please follow the working group page, which you can find on the main menu under working group. It's very easy.
Yes.
You can see the SLS there.
Yeah, I will share it on the screen like this. Everybody will see it.
Okay. Yeah.
But there is a Marco. If we have to correct it, there is an error on the. This is not the page I want. There is an error on my address, email address. It's not the correct one. You go on KG Islands, and then you go working group. You go to SLS here.
Yes.
Okay, and here you have my address here, but this is not good. You have to correct it quickly.
I will correct it right away. Okay, and then you can send mail to Claude for joining the working group. I think it is starting soon.
Yes, we will do it in June, the next session, and I would like to discuss about the organization you can set up and
yes.
For the working group and the frequency, the sub-working group, and so on.
Excellent. So some of the participants here, we will meet regularly in the working group, and then we will have a happy time there, right? Okay. So thank you everybody for joining, and thank you Claude and Joshua. And we close our webinar. Please look for the events, and we will have a new webinars soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.